pineapple jalapeno was my idea. This is all my drink. That's why it's my face all over it.
Let me
the
get
Flaming
in.
Joe.
Let me get in this bastard.
Get in there, son.
In this video, we're testing out 3 of Joe Rogan's most popular business ventures outside of podcasting. Starting off with the Flaming Joe and ending with Rogan's biggest and most impressive business of all.
We came up with this idea. We were talking about coming up with a specific flavor, and I said, you know what would be dope? Pineapple jalapeno. And he was like, ooh, I like it. And so we went through like, I think like 7 or 8 different versions of it until we came to this one, but this one just nails it.
Does it have honey in it, you think?
I don't believe so.
I love honey, dude.
7 to 8 different test batches to make this final product means it should be pretty good. The can design is sick. It's limited edition. There's UFOs all over it. Rogan's face is on it. The back of the can says, experiences one-of-a-kind spicy pineapple flavor straight out of the mind of Joe Rogan. So awesome can. I do have to say, though, the name, Flaming Joe, that's kind of sus. All right, one sip. I'm going to give it a Dave Portnoy pizza score. The Flaming Joe. It's a lot better than I thought. The pineapple on this is really all you can taste. I was expecting the jalapeno to be kind of nasty, but this is really, really, really smooth. I'm going to give it 8.2. Low carbonation, no sugar. Killcliff Coffee, the Flaming Joe, 8.2.
These are the shit, man. I love this.
Up next is the signature Joe Rogan Senior Lechuga Hot Sauce.
There's 3 hot sauces that we developed. If you like hot shit, I like it hot. This stuff is like legit. So one of them is heirloom tomatoes, winter truffles, and reapers. And then the other one is, I don't even know how to say that word. Chulacale? How do you say that?
I'm not.
Chulacale?
I'm not good. I'm in Texas. I'll embarrass myself even
Get your
more.
cursor off that, please. Kalima salt and ghost pepper. That one's rough. I love them all. But I like really hot. Well, like if you're like, boy, this Tabasco is rough, stay the fuck away from that stuff. Because the stuff I like is pretty rough.
First up is the hottest of the 3 sauces. I have no idea how to pronounce this, but we're going to test all 3 of them, starting off with the spiciest one first. Joe Rogan hot sauce, take 1. Okay, that's really spicy. It's getting hotter as it goes on. Let's see if the Killcliff kills this at all. Now we're testing products with each other. I'm gonna give the taste like a 7.2. But Joe is right about the spice. I should have stayed away. That's hot as It's now time to move on to our final product. Perhaps Joe Rogan's greatest creation of all. Fuck, my mouth's on fire. The premier stand-up comedy venue on all of planet Earth, Comedy Mothership. This club has already been providing endless opportunities in the comedy world, from established vets who need a safe place to work out their material, to new up-and-comers who get to perform here every single night in front of people from all over the world. There's honestly no way to fully explain the impact that this club will have on the culture of stand-up and the development of comedians over the next few decades, truly cementing Joe Rogan's place as a living comedy legend.
I mean, just like the organization of the place is great for comedy because there's this like centralized green room, and then you can access both of the rooms without going through any of the kind of public areas.
Well, I mean, I would expect it to be amazing when you got a comedian
designing the whole fucking thing. Yeah. No, it's incredible. And just like the way that he's organizing the whole thing and how like comic forward it is, like obviously you expect that from Joe, but it's different when somebody has been like, you know, promoting comedians and on his podcast and all his other platforms. It's different when you start a comedy club because you go, all right, well, this is a business and we got to make the business run.
Yeah.
But his whole shit is like, if it breaks even, that's great. So he's just putting all the money back in comics' hands. He's like, he tells the staff that works there if they're comics, they can check out to go do a spot.
Wow.
Like, and then come check back in.
Wow.
Like, I mean, he's paying up comics crazy. He won't let me tell people how much, but it's crazy.
And now a quick word from today's sponsor, MyBookie. As a bettor, you demand perfection, and MyBookie delivers. NFL and college football season is finally upon us, and MyBookie's brand new cash-out system gives you options to bet and win all season long. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season of free bets, odd boosts, and super contests. They're one of the most relied upon platforms in the game and have been in business for over a decade. This season, MyBookie has a no-strings-attached cash bonus that lets you deposit and withdraw quickly. Use promo code JKWorld on deposits of of $50 or more, and you can receive up to $200 in cash instantly to use on your MyBookie account. Bet your deposit amount once, and you're ready to cash out anytime. That's promo code JKWRLD to claim your cash deposit bonus. You can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Now back to the video.
That's who's gonna be attracted to this club is the guys that are the big guys that are doing these arenas are gonna need a place to come and work out and settle in and do a week or two, and and we're already seeing that happen. So it's just the best thing.
And you never know who's gonna pop in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? David Lucas and Friends last week, Pete Davidson popped in, and he's whatever, but he was just a name. And then Shane Gillis, who was a killer, he came by. So that was some dope pop-ins that just showed up.
What he's doing out there is remarkable. He's in a lot of it, has to do with my mom. Yeah. And has to do with, how she ran it. And that's why I love being there. I love physically being at his club because I feel my mom's focus there. People ask me about the club. They're like, what's up with the club? I'm like, there's just a focus there. It was like it was when my mom was running the club.
I said that to him too. I did his podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I dropped in on his club. Not since the mid 70s, late 70s, and early 80s have I felt that kind of excitement around a comedy club. Yeah. There's 4 shows a night which are lined up around the corner, and they're so excited and so electric to see, anybody. Just the joy of the art form of comedy, and not since the Comedy Store has there been a place where it's just a must-see kind of place for comedy.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't want to say a tourist trap, but it's a tourist, it's kind of like going to see, the Chinese Wax Museum, but in Austin. It's a place that Joe has built, and it's just, everyone wants to go. Like you said, it's lined up. And I really like being there with him, and I like being there with Tony, and I like that they named, the bar downstairs after my mom.
Right.
And when I'm in the bar, I feel like my mom, and I'm there with Joe, and we're like, all we do is talk about those days. And we all get emotional, and we all miss my mom because she wasn't just my mom; she was all your guys' moms.
I mean, it's probably different for him too, though, because his clientele. Like, you got to think Rogan has been. Number one, he's a comedian, but then number two, think about all the cachet he's built in the comedy community by launching so many careers via his podcast. So everybody in their
That's why everybody's pulling up.
Is going to go to his podcast.
Of course, it's like the least we could do is go out there and spread the word about the club. Not like he needs it, but
it works. I guess because I follow so many comedians, I know the name of it. Comedy Mothership.
There we go.
Texas.
And bro, it's like impossible to get tickets for it. The show's been sold out.
Really?
And it's just crazy to see a scene really get built out of, it's not like they didn't have a little bit of a scene, but they didn't have it like this.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.